Hello everybody, welcome to Nostalgia Goggles. I'm Chris, also a retro gaming nerd, and I'm going to start talking about video game adjacent things. Don't worry, I'm still going to be asking if old video games hold up, but now that there's a lot more things out there that I feel like I'm able to talk about and want to talk about, I'm just going to start talking about more video game adjacent things like Nintendo Power or other video game magazines or just stuff that interests me in the gaming space, and today is one of those ones where something majorly caught my attention, and it caught a lot of people's attention, and that is this thing, the Nintendo Alarmo. This is Nintendo's alarm clock, and I want to ask the question, is it worth it? And also, I wanted to qualm anybody's questions or fears about this or concerns, because I've noticed that there's a lot. I'm going to try my best to do both. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Nintendo has been dabbling in making clocks and calculators since the days of Gunpei Yokoi and the Game & Watch, or it was quite literally a game and a watch. With that being said, Nintendo has been dabbling with clocks on and off from the Nintendo DS, DSi, and even back when the Game & Watch was re-released, having the clock feature there. So there's no real surprise that Nintendo would make something like Alarmo. I picked up Alarmo as a bedtime solution so I wouldn't keep bringing my phone to bed. For me, it does work as advertised. You set it up and it does everything that the announcement said it does, but if you know me, I'm all about accessibility. So let's get into the 3 concerns about Alarmo that I've come across. One of the concerns I've come across is you need a Nintendo Switch account to use the Alarmo. No, but you do need one to purchase it. But this is only for a limited time. It is also available at the Nintendo store in New York. Alarmo doesn't need to be hooked up to a Nintendo account to function. I think this will only come into play when new alarm tones come, because they are making some that are downloadable. But I think that that's really the only time that the Nintendo account will matter, and even then I don't know if that's a thing. On that same note though, I do think that the asking price is pretty high, which is another concern. I see the technology here, but I don't know if that's 100% worth it to everybody, especially since I only use it for 2 purposes, which is the actual alarm and also the sleep time songs. This also brings me to the 3rd concern that I heard. Does Alarmo work when you share a bed? It does detect both of you, whoever or whatever you sleep with. But it does technically have the same flaw as a regular alarm clock, which means it works as long as you have the same schedule. If not, you can always turn it off or reset it manually. As a person that does have somebody in their bed constantly, which is my wife, I feel like the Alarmo isn't that big of a problem, but I might as well have them speak for it themselves.
Hi everybody, it's me, Olivia, and yeah, the Alarmo works fine. It's been, so far, it hasn't gotten too overwhelmed or overstimulating with both of us being in the bed. It works just fine when I get up in the morning for work, and yeah, it's been overall a delight for the last few days.
So in other words, you're saying that it's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. I do kind of see where having a dog might be an issue, especially since dogs are a lot more excitable than people. Can I say that? Anyways, I feel like pets might be the issue with the Alarmo, but even then, I don't think that's that much of an issue. Once you get up, most of the pets leave. Some don't, but, you know, I already kind of talked about how you can just reset it. So, that's about it. With all that being said though, one of the things that I would like to see with Alarmo is that I would like to see other colors or themes within the future. I understand why they chose red, but it really kind of comes to mind as Mario. And there's not really a problem with that, but I like to see other colors, especially since that red is what I associate with Mario. Another thing I'd like to see is other tones and sounds. Since it is October, the time that I'm recording this, I would have absolutely loved to see a Luigi's Mansion kind of sound set. I know it's kind of creepy, but isn't that kind of the point to get up to something kind of creepy? I think that that'd be fun. Another one that's an odd missed opportunity for sounds Nintendo-wise is Kirby and Animal Crossing. I do understand that Animal Crossing is coming soon in the future, but it's really odd that this one is not here from the beginning. After all, we do have Ring Fit, and I would have never thought to wake up to that. Most of these problems that I mentioned near the end are very inconsequential. With that being said, so, is the Alarmo worth it? Is the real question. And it really depends on who you are. For somebody like me that likes these kind of things and likes these kitschy products, yeah, I think it's perfectly worth it. I have a use for it. I enjoy it. But it's kind of hard to recommend this because the asking price is so high, and right now there's so many kind of hoops to getting it. I'm a person that's nowhere close to New York. We had to order this thing, and it's just luckily we had a Nintendo account, and I feel like if you're interested in this, you're already gonna have it, so I can't say that that's a big problem. The real issue I have with it at the end of the day, though, is the asking price. If you just drop it down to 80 I would prefer 50, but I don't know, if you drop it down, it'd be great. I think that having other things with it as well would be great, colors, yada yada stuff I've already talked about. But in truth, it's really a thing that I enjoy. I like it, but somebody like me would like it. I collect Nintendo things all the time. And even to be fair with you, if Sony did something like this with Astrobot or Sega made a clock like this, I would have been into it too. I like the weird Nintendo-isms to this. Nintendo does this with their other products, from other toys to even Lego. They have to do something weird, and I kind of enjoy that. So, at the end of the day, is Alarmo worth it? For me, yes, but I can't comfortably recommend it to everybody. With that being said, how do you feel about Alarmo? Do you think that it's worth it? Do you want to see more weird Nintendo things? I definitely do. So, with that being said, please leave your comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time when I'm reviewing a video game. Probably here on Nostalgia Goggles. Bye!